Advanced Copy Systems, Arizona's oldest and largest Canon copier dealer. And Styles Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with a helpful hardware man.
Chicago Bulls and Phoenix Suns, as the Bulls are being introduced, and since this is their only appearance of the year here at the Coliseum, the entire team will be introduced. The last game these teams played, the Suns beat Utah Tuesday night 115-102. Chicago is losing to Golden State 109-103 up in the Bay Area. The Suns will host Golden State on Saturday night, travel to Seattle for a Monday night game, December the 3rd. Chicago is in the midst of a 7-game road trip. After tonight, they'll play the Clippers tomorrow night in Los Angeles and the Lakers on Sunday in L.A. before returning home on December the 4th to open a 4-game homestand. So it's been a long road grind for the Bulls. They'll look forward to getting back home. Also keep in mind the fact that they are 8-8 on the season. Not bad, having played 10 of their 16 games on the road. Here's the starting lineup. There's Steve Johnson, the 7-footer out of Oregon State University. Here's Orlando Woolridge, veteran out of Notre Dame, enjoying an outstanding campaign for the Chicago Bulls, averaging over 20 a ball game. There you see Caldwell Jones, the veteran. You remember him so many years from Philadelphia, then went to Houston, and now here with Chicago. There's the rookie sensation, Michael Jordan. What a year he's having, and how he's turning them out in the NBA. Through 6 home games, attendance is up 85%. At the Chicago Stadium for the home game. That's quite a tribute to Jordan.
It is. I'm impressed by the way he handles himself with the press. He is a great marketer of Michael Jordan, kind of like Julius Erving, and they're compared a lot.
There you see Kevin Lockery, the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Now comes the starting lineup for the Phoenix Suns. Like Dick pointed out in our pregame, they are really banged up, all kinds of injuries. Here's Maurice Lucas. Lucas got a big game, 13 rebounds against the Utah Jazz this past Tuesday night. There's Charles Pittman. Charles will go at the other forward position. Alvin Adams will start at center for the Suns. He's having a great year. Had a season-high 26 against Utah on Tuesday night. Michael Holton, who has started every game this year. And there's Jay Humphries, top draft pick out of Colorado, who will team with Holton in the backcourt this evening. So again for the Suns, there you see John McLeod, the Suns head coach. Pittman up front with Lucas, Adams at center, Holton and Humphries will start at the guard positions. Officials for the ball game tonight, the men who will work this one, Jess Kersey and Tommy Nunez. Tommy on the left of your screen, Jess Kersey on the right. So we're about set to get things underway. We look forward to it, and we hope you'll stay with us for the next couple of hours. Chicago in the sun.
George, interesting situation in the backcourt at the start of the game. The 4 guards, 3 of them are rookies, and the fourth one is a second-year man.
That's right.
So they were a bunch of new players, and the Bulls are a young team anyway.
There you look at the starting lineup, and the second-year man, Enos Watley, out of the University of Alabama, now in his second year. Everybody else, Jordan, Holton, Humphries in the backcourt, all first-year players. We'll see who draws the envious assignment, or maybe the unenvious assignment, of sticking with Michael Jordan tonight. Should be quite a show. We'll have a good crowd on hand here at the Coliseum as well. So stay with us, and we'll get this one underway. Our next telecast following tonight will be Saturday evening right back here against Purvis Short and the Golden State Warriors. Tommy Nunez to put it in the air. Caldwell Jones will jump with Alvin Adams. We're underway. Ball tipped on the way down. Adams knocked it out of bounds. And it's going to be Chicago ball to throw in. Orlando Woolridge will throw the ball in. Woolridge, Jordan, Watley, along with Steve Johnson and Caldwell Jones, the starting 5 on the floor for the Bulls. 8-8 on the campaign. Pulling up his Woolridge free throw line, and he gets the scoring underway. It's 2-0 Bulls.
Woolridge is an excellent shooter, 58%, and he's averaging 24 points a ball game.
As Dick pointed out earlier, the Suns hoping to keep that streak intact. They have not lost to the Bulls here in about 7 years. They'd like to keep it going tonight. Last year, the two teams split the 2-game series. Jay Humphries can't find the range, and taking it down is Caldwell Jones away from Adams, and the Bulls on the run. Watley starting to control the whistle blows, holding violation. That'll give it to the Suns.
Jess Kersey, good call. Wasn't much of a step. Those kind of calls should be made more often in the NBA.
Both of these teams, after excellent starts in October, the Suns getting off to a 3-0 start, the Bulls 3-1, have experienced their troubles in this month of November. Both teams are under 500 this month. Adams on an excellent wraparound pass, but the foul occurred before the pass. And the foul's on Michael Jordan. And that's the first one on Jordan. Watch it again.
Good fake by Alvin Adams. He draws Jordan up into the air to commit the foul.
So that's the first foul of the ball game, and Pippen inbounds. Suns trailing 2-0. We're just underway. We've played almost a minute of the first period. Jones guarding Adams, and Alvin will try and bring him outside as much as possible. Suns working around the perimeter. A lot of time on the shot clock yet. 9 seconds. Pippen throws up the jumper. It won't fall. Rebound on the floor as Lucas took the shot away from the floor. It was picked out of the air by Chicago. Back come the Bulls the other way. Jordan shot around and out. Still 2-0 Chicago. Jay Humphries. Boy, he has played some exciting ball in this his rookie year. Holton opens the scoring for the Suns at baseline.
Jay Humphries is a fine all-around guard. He's capable of playing both ends of the court.
He has looked exceptionally impressive here through the first 17 games of this 84-85 season. Watling the ball outside. This is Woolridge, who has the only tee for the Bulls, and he drives and scores, and he'll go to the line for what could be a three-point play. Second field goal for Woolridge. You take another look.
Woolridge takes the ball right down the seam, right down the lane past Charles Pittman. There was no help by the Suns. By the time anybody moved over, it was too late. The Bulls were in a one-guard front. Woolridge got the ball at the top of the key.
Maurice Lucas, the personal. Woolridge, first-round pick of the Bulls in '81. He was the 6th overall pick in that draft. And he hits the three-point play.
Woolridge is Willis Reed's cousin.
Is that right? You learn something new every time. See, there might be these games with you. I always learn something new.
I'll give you a few tidbits.
All right. It is 5-2. Chicago leading. Adams bounce pass low post. Lucas, he pulls up for the bank. Around and out. Tipped up and in by Pittman.
That's the greatest part of Pittman's game. He's a quick jumper, and he does an excellent job on the offensive board.
Suns closed within 1. 9 minutes, 50 seconds to go first period. Inside, Steve Johnson with the little hook shot. Will it go? No. But look at Jordan rebound with the left hand. Can't get it to fall, and the Bulls still have the ball. Boy, did Jordan get up for that offense.
Jordan got 13 rebounds against the Milwaukee Bucks this year. He is a good rebounder.
In their game in Golden State just a couple of nights ago, they put over 13,000 in the house up in the Bay Area. Jump shot is good from the side by Steve Johnson. His first two of the game at 7-4 Chicago. But when they took Jordan out, he didn't play very much latter part of the ball game. The crowd in Golden State was chanting, "We want Jordan." Despite the fact it was a hometown Warrior crowd, they wanted to see this outstanding rookie from North Carolina. Lucas guarded by Johnson. Comes around Steve in time, lay it up and in. Nice move by Maurice Lucas.
Lucas is really rounding into shape and starting to play the kind of basketball he played at the end of last season.
Suns are going to need Lucas and his strength under the boards. You saw the Suns take a beating on the boards back-to-back nights with the Lakers. They'll need his strength to compete. Fouls on Michael Holton. Crowd doesn't agree, however, he was guarding a little too close, and Holton called for the personal. His first second team foul for the Suns. Inbounding the ball, Orlando Woolridge. Watley outside. A 1-point Chicago lead. Jump shot outside. Won't find range up and over the backboard, so it'll be Suns ball to come in. We got a substitute coming in. Rod Higgins will be in at the next break. Higgins out of Fresno State. And he'll be in at the next break. Kevin Lockery. To let him in the ball game at this point. We saw Lockery. Humphries up. Watley guards him outside. And now Holton has the ball. Jordan is taking him. Lucas outside. Pump fake. Brings it back down. Now goes straight up. Line drive. Adams keeps it alive on the offensive board. Luke fakes. Will try again. It goes and it's gone. Lucas' second field goal, and he was fouled on the play. Steve Johnson, the person.
What's amazing is many times as pros are taught, don't leave your feet on the fake. This is exactly what happened. Steve Johnson took the little pump fake from Lucas. He went up and came down, just like Jordan did on Adams a couple of minutes ago.
Well, that gives the Suns the lead now, and Lucas goes to the line. Big game, 13 rebounds against Utah, too. They can't find the range. And Lucas has been shooting very well from the free throw line this year. He was 94% prior to that miss. 8-7. Suns on top. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go first period. Rod Higgins is in the ballgame, replacing Orlando Woolridge. Juggled underneath, and Steve Johnson comes away with the bucket.
Not a lot of movement in the Bulls offense. Johnson got the loose ball that time.
Johnson's always had a great percentage from the field, and that's one of the reasons why you saw him before. He is always close to that hoop.
He's number 2 in the NBA in field goal percentage.
Led the NCAA in field goal a couple of years at Oregon State. Adams pass picked off, and here comes Jordan all the way, put it up and in.
He is absolutely unbelievable in an open court situation, one-on-one against Adams.
He is really difficult to defend against. We're going to get a timeout call by the Suns with 7:37 to go first period. Timeout on the floor with the score. The Chicago Bulls 11, the Phoenix Suns 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Suns score 60 or more points for the first half of tonight's game. In tonight's first half, please report to the Suns promotion table in front of section 320. On the game being played in the NBA tonight, Dallas and San Antonio, Kansas City is in Golden State.
7 minutes, 37 seconds to go here in the first period, with Chicago out on top by a score of 11-8. 5 points for Orlando Woolridge, who is not in the ball game right now. Maurice Lucas has half of the Suns' points. Suns with the ball. Jay Humphries outside. Suns lead this series here in Phoenix, 23-13 over Chicago. And it's been a long drought for the Bulls. Bulls are even up 3-3 at home this year. They're even up at 5-5 on the road. Outside jumper, no good. Suns keep it alive, and then Humphries loses the ball. Fights for it with Steve Johnson, and they will jump it up.
Charles Pittman came up with another offensive rebound. That's 2 for him.
What we got? Nice contact.
So it'll be Steve Johnson, Jay Humphries jumping free throw line, Jess Kersey to put the ball in the air. Chicago controls the tip. Our game tonight sponsored by Domino's Pizza. Call one of Domino's Valley locations for fast, free, and friendly 30-minute delivery. Watley driving all the way, put it up and in. Great move. He got that step, and he was by Humphries.
Watley came out of Alabama early last year. He had a good year twice last year. He had 22 assists in a ball game.
You are right. He, as a matter of fact, tied, I think, the franchise record set by Van Leer. A jumper from the corner.
Correct.
Is Holt. Can't get it to fall. The Suns right now cold from the field. Lead pass, Watley. The Carwell Jones not expecting it. It'll be Suns ball.
George, I don't think the Suns like to play at this pace. The Bulls are not playing a quick offensive ball game. The Suns are a little slow getting the ball up the court. They'd like to quicken the pace of this game.
It is 13-8 in favor of Chicago. Larry Nance will be in at the next break for the Suns. Larry's been suffering from a little bit of a sprained ankle. Holton's pass, and it was tipped into the backcourt. So it'll be a backcourt violation.
Right there, no sir. 22 got a piece of the ball.
Okay.
That's right.
Higgins got a piece of the ball. And so it is cut.
Right here.
Kevin Lockley won
Piece
it.
of the ball.
Tony Nunez said he did get a piece of the ball. Tell me that taking anything from the
Fred
coaches
Carter
either.
made a quick exit to the bench.
No
Here's the pass again, and right there they said Higgins got his hand on the ball, therefore no backcourt violation. You see Lockery in your picture up screaming. He wanted the call, didn't get it. Then as Dick pointed out, there's Butch Carter, and he wanted the call, but didn't get it. There's Larry Nance.
That's the problem. We don't want no
Nance in now.
sub. No sub.
There'll be no substitution in the ball game yet. Nance had already checked in. He's got to come back out.
Referee Tommy Nunez, he'll get it straightened out. He's got to. He's got 33 relatives in the audience.
Tommy's son is a coach over at St. Mary's High School here in Phoenix. They're all going out to the big game tomorrow night. St. Mary's and McClintock in the state football semifinals. There's a foul underneath. It'll be called on Higgins. Now the substitutes will be allowed to come in. Nance comes in. Woolridge comes in. Higgins and Pittman depart the ball game, and Nance will inbound. Suns trying to get something going here. Cold from the field and really not in the flow quite yet, down by 5. Lucas guarded tightly by Johnson. Outside, here's Humphreys driving, dishes off to an open Holton. Got it.
There's the value of penetration. Humphreys is a great penetrator. He drew the defense. Left Holton open on the side.
He does that as well as anybody on the club.
He sure does. I think better than anybody in the club.
So it's now 13-10, favor of Chicago. 5:50 to go in the first period. And here's Jordan hanging, and he's fouled going to the hoop. Fouls on Mike Holton, and that's 2 on Holton. Another look at Jordan.
Jordan gets the step, has great hang time, uses his body here to hang. Actually draws the foul from Holton.
So Jordan going to the line. 3rd overall pick in the draft as an undergraduate out of North Carolina. Captain the Olympic team that recently won the gold medal last summer. Misses the first.
He doesn't miss many free throws.
He sure doesn't.
86%.
He's a good one. You see a season average right there. So he hits 1 of 2. And it's now 14-10 Chicago. Good work from the all the way. Suns have a 1-point lead at 1 point in this ballgame. Ron Foster is up on the Suns bench. Driving his Nance, and he tried to stuff and was fouled going up by Caldwell Jones. Watch it again.
I think Larry would like to have this again. I thought it was in the hole. He just hit it off the back of the rim, but he was fouled in the process.
So to the free throw line, Nance. There's Ron Foster. He's in for Mike Holton, and Larry goes to the free throw line. Nance been having his problems from the stripe this year.
Yeah, Nance shoots better from the field than he does from the line.
Larry is 62% from the field, 56% from the line. You saw his scoring average, almost 20 a game.
He and Alvin the other night against Utah were a combined 24 of 28 from the field.
Of course, the Suns got that win over Utah on Tuesday night. And they pulled within a bucket of Chicago here, 14-12. Jordan, bank shot, got it. That's 5 for Jordan. Went around the pick and pulled up the short bank. 16-12, Bulls up by 4. Clock running with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Nance turns and shoots over Woolridge and drops it through.
He's having an all-star year, George.
Larry Nance, 4 points in the period. Bulls by a couple. Foster outside to pick up Watley. Now it goes around the wing, and Johnson tried to feed it to a cutting Jordan, but Lucas knocked it out of bounds.
And you see Jordan make the signal, throw the ball high. He wanted the lob for the dunk.
Woolridge will inbound. Foster and Watley. There's a couple of quick guards outside. Woolridge on a fadeaway. Won't get it. And the rebound comes off to Luke, who leads Nance. Picked off in midair by the leaping Michael Jordan. Give it to Watley on a no-looker. He drives, banks it, no. Underneath with the rebound is Johnson finding his Foster, and he comes up with it. Now they say Foster was out of bounds.
Foster went to the floor to get the ball. Evidently one of his legs was out of bounds.
Foster in the land of giants. You see him come into your picture right there.
And there goes there he goes, out of bounds.
It was a good call. Caldwell Jones out to Watley. This is Johnson. Jump hook, and he's got it.
Steve Johnson is very tough to stop 5 feet from the basket. Has an excellent jump hook.
Johnson has 6 points here in the first period. Johnson, of course, was a pick of Kansas City when he came out of Oregon State. Adams way off from outside. It's 18-14 Bulls. Bounce it nicely to Caldwell Jones for 2.
Caldwell Jones.
Caldwell's first bucket of the ball game. Bulls by 6. 4 minutes to go. And a 20-second timeout. Suns will keep it here. Clock stopped with 4:04 to go in the period. The Bulls leading by 6. Boy, the Suns just not shot the ball well.
The Bulls have the Suns playing their type of game. They are getting some breaks, but the Bulls are playing a very methodical game. And very error-free, too. Steve
Johnson has 6. 5 apiece for Woolridge and Michael Jordan. And for the Suns, Holton, Lucas, and Larry Nance.
Steve Johnson, George, for the first time, appears to me to have his game under control. He did not play well in Kansas City, and it looks to me as if he's more relaxed now and is doing a good job for the Bulls at that forward position.
Of course, Steve Johnson was involved in the Reggie Theus deal when he came from Kansas City to Chicago, and Theus, who was in Kevin Loughery's doghouse, made the move over to Kansas City. Lucas will inbound the ball directly to our right. Suns down by 6. A couple of other games around the NBA tonight. We'll keep you posted on them throughout the evening. Humphries a bit out of control on that drive, had it blocked, and here comes Watson to Jordan on a goal look. This is the scoop down the lane. Action picks up. Pass paced the other way. Goal look Foster. Here's Lucas.
Unselfish play, great execution of the fast break. Now Jordan on his shot wants to dunk the ball. He's not quite close enough and then has to scoop it up there and bounces it off the rim.
And back at the other end, it was Lucas taking the feed for the hoop. 20-16. Suns down by 4. Johnson turns. Nance, and they call it trouble. Oh, great defensive play by Nance. I think Steve Johnson ought to be the most surprised player in the place.
Well, people ask me about players when I played, and I say there's nobody who played during that time who was like Larry Nance, what he can do at 6'10".
Nance will jump it with Johnson. In the air, tip control by the Suns. Suns with a hoop can get within 2. Humphries, Lucas, Nance, Foster, and Edwards in the game. Humphries drives on the block. Nance follows and plays it short. Ball Jones the other way. And Watley. Lucas had good position. Watley turned and saw he was going to run into Lucas. And I think that's when he shuffled the feet.
Both players are slightly hurt. They're both, Watley's up, Luke's still sitting on the floor. I think they were both stunned for a second. Luke seems to be all right.
Timeout, Chicago.
Chicago's going to call for a full timeout. 3:05 to go in the first period. Timeout Bulls with the score. Chicago 20, the Phoenix Suns 16. We'll be right back. George Allen, Dick Van Arsdale back with you at the Coliseum. We just saw the Gorilla put on quite a show of matadoring.
He has some great routines.
He really does, trying to gore the bull. Inbounding the ball, Suns down by 4. Nance, Edwards, there you look at the rebounds in the ball game. Suns up by 1 in that category. Humphries is long on the shot, but it comes long on the rebound to Nance. Suns trying to get something going offensively. Lucas fakes and misses the shot inside, but look at him battle underneath. And finally Johnson comes off with a good hustle by Luke on the offensive boards. Watley outside. He's on the floor with Carwell Jones, Orlando Woolridge, and Michael Jordan, and Steve Johnson. There's Jordan underneath, and he has it knocked away. Larry Nance coming in from behind. Here's Quentin Daly coming into the ball game. Daly, sharpshooter out of San Francisco. And And Jordan will take a seat. And Woolridge inbound. 2:25 left first period. Bulls up by 4. To an open Woolridge from the side of the lane, no good. And Lucas has the ball. Baseballs in the hip of Nance. And Larry pulls up and lets the team regroup. Edwards has it now. Nance from the baseline. Got it.
Suns moved the ball up and quickly due to Lucas's long full-court pass, and the Bulls never got set defensively.
Chicago's lead whittled to 2. 2 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Golden State will be here Saturday night, and we'll join you at 7:30 from here at the Coliseum on ESPN. Daly, nice move around Humphries. Will not get the roll. And the ball is knocked out of bounds by Orwell Jones. Well, the Suns now with a who can win this game. 20 apiece. Neither team's been burning up the nets. Particularly high-scoring game. Foster ties it up.
Foster has had some tremendous shooting streaks of late.
He's only shooting 42% from the field, but you're right, looks deceiving. He has had some games of late where he'll come in and pump in 3 or 4 in a row right off the bench.
He's bringing that percentage up.
Woolridge across the lane and a running hook won't go. And Nance the other way. Suns looking to run. Nice pass.
That's what they want to do, George. Get those breaks. The momentum is changing. The Suns are starting to play their game.
Great pass that time. Humphries to Nance and right down the middle. 8 points for Nance, and the Suns have taken the lead. We now have under a minute to go in the period. Turnaround, Quentin Daly, and he'll go to the line for a couple as Jay Humphries got a piece of it.
Good call. Humphries got him down low. Quentin Daly is an excellent guard to bring off the bench. He's averaging over 18 a game and has very good quickness, as does Jordan.
So Daly goes to the free throw line. He had a career high 44 points against the Knicks in April of this year. Right near the latter part of last season. Rolls it in. Wes Matthews. Went to Wisconsin, comes into the ball game. Watley goes out, and Daly has one more at the line.
Matthews and Foster just about the same size. Matthews is 6'1", 170. Foster is 6'2", 162.
Chicago applying a bit of pressure in the backcourt as Humphrey brings it across. You know, for the finest quality, elegance, fashion, and price, follow the spine of London Gold. Fine jewelry, direct diamond nib quarters, 936 West Camelback and Southern and McClintock in Tempe. Lucas from outside with 3 on the shot clock, and Woolridge with great position. And Edwards was over his back with a personal.
That play by the Suns, they gave Humphries a tremendous amount of room. If the defensive guard is backing way off, Humphries is going to have to take that shot because the Bulls are plugging up the middle or dropping in the middle.
You saw Woolridge right there. Great position. Here comes David Greenwood, recently signed by the Bulls. He's only played in about 5 or 6 ball games. Steve Johnson goes out.
6 ball games, George, and he is getting more time now. He's averaging 19 minutes a game, and he'll play more as the season progresses.
Woolridge with 5 points at the free throw line, misses the first one. Greenwood, of course, who got out of UCLA, first-round pick of the Bulls back in '79. He was the 2nd pick in that draft, and they could use him. Woolridge missed both free throws. 25 seconds to go in the period. This game is deadlocked, and Foster is short on his jumper from the corner. And here come the Bulls the other way. They'll hold it for the one shot. 15 seconds. Daly outside. He and Matthews operating the backcourt right now, with Greenwood, Orwell Jones, and Woolridge up front. 6 seconds. And now they call a cloning balance and carrying the ball on Quentin Daly.
That's another call that the players get away with a great many times, that they do turn the ball over when they cross over on the dribble.
Well, you could call so many people for that in this league if you watch that closely.
You really could.
To Edwards, 4 seconds. Foster from the corner. Around and out with 1. The lead pass in the quarter is over. So we've completed the end of the first period here at the Coliseum. These two teams are right where they started. All deadlocked. At the end of 1, it's 22 apiece.
Ladies and gentlemen, at every Sunday game, the Gorilla will randomly select a lady in the audience to receive a dozen long stick carnations from the Carnation Company, fresh from ice cream division. Our thanks to the Gorilla and to the Carnation Company.
Coming down the floor first down at 75. 75 coming down the floor first. Watch them off the net. Just watch them off the net. 75 right now, good shot every time. We got the break, we take it, if not, we'll slow down, execute, get a good shot. No second shots, we have to do it now. When we got the ball, we got to break, take it other way. Make them shoot, we got a good shot. 75 coming down the floor.
Ready to go at the start of the second period. We're deadlocked at 22, leading scorers in the ball game. 8 for Larry Nance, 6 for Maurice Lucas to face the Suns, 6 for Steve Johnson, 5 for Jordan, and 5 for Orlando Woolridge in that first period. See, the Bulls are going with Greenwood and Daly, Caldwell Jones, Orlando Woolridge, and Wes Matthews on the floor. Chicago's lost 5 of their last 6. Suns have lost 7 of their last 9. The Suns, we talked about the walking wounded with Macy and Jones and Nance, Edwards, Sanders, Roby, Davis, all injured or out at one point of the season or another. And then you look at the field goal percentage, neither team shooting well.
The Suns had an advantage on the boards 15-11. It was a very even quarter, but those shooting percentages, especially for Phoenix, very poor. They were 10 of 27, the Bulls 9 of 20.
I'll see who the Suns go with here at the start of this second period. There's a good crowd here tonight. They expected about 11,500. And I would think they've got at least that many here this evening. For the Suns, Humphries and Foster in the backcourt. Adams, Nance, and Edwards up front to start period number 2. Chicago on the season is averaging almost 113 points a game, but they're giving up 114. The Suns averaging just about 109, and they're giving up just about 109. Matthews picking up Foster in the backcourt. Bulls trapping all over. Suns got to find the open man. Here's Edwards across the lane, throws it up, no, but there's Nance in position, and he's fouled by Caldwell Jones. That's the second on Jones. And the first team foul for Chicago.
Suns have been coming up with offensive rebounds, and the Bulls the other night in Golden State were beaten very badly, 53-37. So they are having board problems, as have the Suns in the last 7 or 8 ball games.
Corzine, you saw checking in, replacing Caldwell Jones for the Bulls. Foster from 18 feet away. Puts it home.
Rod sure looks like he feels more comfortable in that position. He doesn't have to handle the ball as much.
Foster, 4 points in the ball game. Wonder about rebounding. The Bulls are being out-rebounded by about a rebound and a half per game. Corzine inside. And I'll tell you, with his muscle, he gets him inside. He is tough to contend with. Alvin Adams, the person.
Corzine does not jump around, of course, but with that body bulk that he has, he takes up a lot of room, and if he's underneath, he's tough to stop.
So Corzine goes to the line. Bullets made him their first pick in the draft back in '78. He was traded to San Antonio. He traded to Chicago. He was traded in the Artis Gilmore deal. He's short of the free throw, and he's a good free thrower normally. Corzine, 82%. Well, you talk about durability. Here is one big man who really just does not miss any ball games. Corzine. He went through one period of about 6 years where he didn't miss a game. He missed them both. Woolridge missed 2 earlier in the ball game. Chicago having their problems. Humphries hits the deck, and there's the steal by Matthews. Adams trying to catch it. He won't get the layup, but there with the easy follow is Greenwood.
That's why you should always follow the man with the layup. Greenwood came down and got the bunny, got the easy layup.
24 apiece. We're tied with 11 minutes to go in the first half, and the Suns throw it away. Sloppy play. Foster bounced the pass and almost losing. It's Matthews. Greenwood. Suns starting to apply a bit more pressure outside now. 8 on the shot clock. Corzine has it, guarded by Edwards. 5 seconds to Daly for the jumper that won't fall. It's knocked to the side and goes out of bounds. It'll be coming in Michael Holton in the ball game. Replacing Jay Humphries.
Number 24, Jay Humphries.
Humphries leaves the ball game. He did not score. But now it's Holton, teamed with Foster in the backcourt, teammates at UCLA for a while. And again, here with the Suns. Edwards, fadeaway. Boy, can he shoot the ball well for a big man.
I would say Edwards, for a big man, for a center, has the best range of any center in the league.
Now that shot was a good 15 to 17 feet away, and he just ringed it right home. First two of the game for Big James. Woolridge on a driving bank attempt.
Woolridge has forced some shots tonight. He is not having a good first half at least.
But Woolridge gave us some pretty impressive numbers, averaging 23.9 points per ball game. Foul on the pass inside on Quentin Daly. That's his first.
Daly, of course, dropping off the guard to try to help on Edwards, and he fouled in the process.
Second team foul for Chicago. Nance brings it in. The Suns up by a couple here in the second period. We were tied at the end of one, 22 apiece. There's Edwards again, right away from the baseline.
Edwards shoots as well as most guards, George.
He's a 53% shooter from the field. Always been a good shooter for a big man. And he's not afraid to put it up from 15, 17, 18 feet away. Edwards has 2 field goals in this period. The Suns have extended their lead to 4. That's the biggest edge of the ball game. Jump shot outside. Daly, 20 points for him. Daly ever gets hot from outside, he can really drive you nuts.
He has a very strong set of legs. He's capable of long-range shooting. He gets up quickly.
Daly's had some big games for Chicago during his brief NBA career. Outside Holton with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Alvin Adams, who is guarded now by Green. Alvin trying to go around him, hooks it up, and it count it goes, and it darn near went. Greenwood will get the personal foul.
Foul on number 10, David Greenwood, his first.
That is Greenwood's first personal. Watch again.
Difficult shot. Alvin is on the baseline, coming almost back in from the baseline.
He almost had no look at the basket.
Yeah, almost none, and that's a tough shot anyway, that floating hook shot.
So Alvin on the free throw line and misses the free throw, and that is really unusual.
Alvin has missed only 2 free throws all year. He's coming into this game at 95%.
He was third in the NBA in free throw shooting at the start of the week. He hits 1 of 2. It's Alvin's first point of the game. The Suns lead by 3. We approach the 9-minute mark here in the first half. First meeting of the year, Suns and Bulls. They'll play one more time. That's going to be a reach-in foul on Edwards. As Corzine turned, that's 2 on Big James. And Corzine's going to go to the line for a couple.
Big James a little disturbed with the way Corzine's trying to establish position down there. He's a physical player, and he uses his arms and shoulders to try to establish position.
Corzine misses another free
You
throw.
could tell he was so tight on that shot. If you could see his face when he let the ball go, he knew immediately that it was not close.
Corzine, of course, he played under Ray Meyer at DePaul in his 7th pro year. Hits that one. It's his first point of the ball game. Charles Jones will be in at the next break. And again, the Bulls start picking up in backcourt, but the Suns want a timeout. 8 minutes, 52 seconds to go. First half, our score at the Coliseum. Suns 29, the Bulls 27.
Including the Coliseum box office, Diamond box office located in the back.
Somehow I knew I was going to.
Neither team continuing to shoot well, but the Suns doing more than their share of the boards.
Suns improving, George. 13 of 31, 42%. The Bulls shooting 44%. The Suns are hurting the Bulls on the boards. They have 18 rebounds, 12 for the Bulls, 9 assists to 5 for the Bulls. So the Suns are doing a job on the board.
Suns have turned the ball over 6 times. Chicago 5. Adams 15-footer in and out. Back in again. 3 points for Adams. His first field goal of this ball game. It comes with 8:40 to play in the first half. And it gives the Suns a 4-point spread, 31-27. Wes Matthews. This is David Greenwood. You can hear that from here. All ball. Alvin Adams got it as Greenwood was going up for the shot, and Alvin knocked it away. Boy, Alvin's got quick hands.
He does have it. That's a maneuver that you have to have very quick hands to do, or you're going to slap a wrist.
Especially if you're 6'9" and you're really overmatched in most of your assignments against these giants of the NBA. Here come the Suns again, looking up the lead to 6 with a hoop here. Foster from 20. No. Bulls battling, but Jones gets the rebound and misses the left-handed shot. And Foster was over the back of Daly. And Rod's going to get called for the personal foul.
No doubt about that. Charles Jones got the offensive rebound and took a shot left-handed, forced the shot out.
Jones, another one of the wounded, an ankle sprain, but he's playing tonight. Woolridge, now they drop it inside to Corzine. Turnaround jump shot won't go. Jones the rebound. 7:55 to go. Lead pass, Greenwood nicely tips it away. Here come the Bulls. Wes Matthews to Quentin Daly, who can't get it to fall, but he's fouled. Daly will go back to the line for a couple. Foul on Charles Jones, his first. And for the team foul, it's a 14 foul now for the Suns. Quentin Daly, you know, over the last half of last year, he averaged 24 points per game. For the Bulls, he was second in the club in scoring, averaging over 18 a game last year. Hits that one, that's his 5th point of this ball game. And we'll see what he's doing this particular season. Named the NBA All-Rookie team in '83, Quentin Daly. Gets them both to drop. 31-29. Daly picks up Foster back. We saw Atlanta give the Suns problems earlier this year with this kind of pressure applied by the guards in the backcourt. Took the Suns totally out of their offense. Foster tried a long-range jumper. Not a good shot. Woolridge the other way. And as he was going to the hoop, he was fouled. They wanted traveling. And Foster got caught for the personal foul. This is one of the longer steps I've seen.
This is a long step. I'm not sure whether he traveled or not, but the Bulls on the other end defensively did take the offense away from the Suns, and that's been one of their problems. But they tightened that defense up and forced Foster to take the long shot, which he was a little bit too far out of range.
Free throw is good by Woolridge. That's his first point since early in the ball game. He's got 6 points in the game now. Woolridge in his 4th year as a pro, hit them both. He's a 73% free thrower, and we're all tied again at 31. Stay with us halftime. Special feature on Maurice Lucas for the Suns. You'll also hear Dick Van Arsdale as he chats with John Mengel. They had some wars against each other years gone by. Foster misses another long-range jump. So here come the Bulls with a chance to regain the lead once again as we hit the 7-minute mark here in the first half. All alone is Daly from the side, in and out. Corzine kept that alive. Woolridge comes away with it, and he's going to be short as it rolls across. Both teams, atrocious field goal shooting. Neither team can get hot here in the first half. Nice pass at him. Right back to Alvin. Double team. Foster will try again. Around it out. Nance tried to stop.
Bulls not allowing the Suns to get the ball inside at all, and to get it in there, they're double teaming.
We have not seen Michael Jordan in quite a while. Wes Matthews outside with the ball. Daly guarded by Holton, spins, nice move, and he banks it in. That was a great move by Daly.
Most fans don't know much about Daly, but he is an excellent offensive player.
He really is. He can take charge. Nance, Greenwood banging inside, jump hook, Larry Nance.
unstoppable shot. Nance has it perfected.
Nance, the first player in this game in double figures. He's got 10. And we're tied at 33. Alvin tried for the steal, didn't get it. Matthews the baseline in heavy traffic, and that's going to be a foul called on Charles Jones on the drive by Matthews. Watch again here. You see Jones moved in. Right there, got it. Second foul on Jones. Suns over the limit. Free throw line, Wes Matthews. The Bullets grabbed Matthews from the first round in 1980 as an undergraduate. He gets the first one. Then he was traded by the Bullets to Atlanta for Don Collins in 81. Traded by Atlanta to San Diego. Waived by San Diego. Signed by Atlanta to a 10-day pact. Signed as a free agent to Philly. He's been around the league.
He's one of those players who just keeps hanging on.
35-33. Bulls by a couple. Michael Jordan will be back in at the next break. Foster has been putting them up from outside. He finds the lane.
Foster has been given the green light to shoot, evidently. When he's open, John McLeod wants him to take that shot.
Which is good. A lot of players will throw up a couple. If they don't hit him, they'll be a little bit hesitant. Not Foster. He'll just keep firing them up there, and sooner or later, he feels they'll fall. Matthews outside with Foster guarding. Now it's Greenwood who pulls up. The jumper from the base, no. And Nance takes it away from Woolridge. Holton. Open, Foster again. No good. Bulls break, but Greenwood got slapped on the hand by Charles Jones as he grabbed that rebound. That's 3 on Jones, and Jordan's coming in for Daly, and quickly here's Jane Edwards coming into the ball game for the Suns, along with Jay Humphries. Jones will go out, and along with Rod Foster will go out. Foster goes out with 6 points in the ball game. Here's Jordan back in.
Well, at least once tonight, George. I'd like to see Jordan on a breakaway layup. I'd like to see what he can do on that, and that's what all the fans want to see also.
Greenwood, no good. Bulls not shooting well from the line.
They're not a bad free throw shooting team, 76%, just about the same level the Suns.
David Greenwood, 9th leading rebounder in the NBA a year ago when he averaged 10 a game. 36-35, Chicago by 1, clock shoots 4:45 left first half. George Allen, Dick Dinnersdale with you from the Coliseum. Hope you're enjoying it on ESPN. We'll be with you again this coming Saturday night against Golden State. Double dribble is called as the bounce pass inside by Adams was picked off. You'll watch it again right here.
Well, Alvin has a weakness, George. Sometimes he tries to force the pass where it shouldn't go, but he makes so many good passes you tend to overlook those.
He also leads this club in steals. Alvin will inbound. Bulls lead by 1. Two teams were tied at the end of the first quarter at 22 all. Neither team able to pull away, and neither team shooting well from the field. Alvin driving the baseline is fouled. And we'll see who the call is on.
Jordan, number 23.
Jordan, that's his second. Reach around on the slap. I'll tell you what, whether Jordan hit him or not, he's going to get called on that every time.
You normally do. If you reach around, you're going to get the call.
Greenwood out, Steve Johnson in for Chicago. Holton with Humphries at the guards right now. Adams, Edwards, and Nance up front. Nance is all along, and he did not get the roll. Alvin tried for the tip. And a foul is called. Alvin got great position that time. And there's another foul on Jordan, and he's got 3. That's trouble for Chicago.
Well, that's a shame. Daly's going to come back into the ball game, I assume. It's too bad. It's his only appearance here in the Coliseum this year, and he's in foul trouble in the second quarter.
Well, he is.
I don't consider 3 fouls to be foul trouble.
That's true, too. Alvin hits the first free throw. 4 for Adams in the game. Daly's back in, and Alvin hits the second. 37-36. Suns up by a single point. Again, Larry Nance, 10 points in the ball game to lead all the scorers. Here's Corzine inside with Edwards. He used it really well that time.
Used his brute strength to force his way to the basket.
Good move by Corzine right here. Watch it. Look around Edwards, put it right up and in. 38-37. Bulls by one. Humphries is open. Comes in a little closer and lets it fly and gets it.
That helps build Humphries' confidence, and he needs to hit those outside shots.
It's Jay's first bucket of the ball game, his first points. 3:25 left in the half. Again, our feature at halftime tonight. Maurice Lucas, Corzine in close, and Nance came across, wanting the block, but got a piece of it. Nance gets his first personal watch again.
Nance does not think he committed the foul. He did get Corzine on the wrist. Many times, George, a player doesn't really know if he fouled the offensive player or not. You think you don't many times, and you actually do.
See Lucas into the ball game for Alvin Adams and Corzine to the line. He was the only Bulls player to start all 82 games last year. He's yet to miss a game in the last 4 years. Got a nice bounce that time.
This guy gets about as much out of his ability as he can. He is a hard worker.
Say, if you're looking for a copier, stop by Advanced Copy Systems, Arizona's oldest and largest Canon copier dealer. Corzine with a pair gives the Bulls a 1-point lead. Corzine has 5 points in the ball game. Here's Wes Matthews pressing Humphries. To Luke, and there goes the trap by Chicago. See what kind of ball movement the Suns get. Well, Humphries got that one knocked away. 6 on the shot clock. Lucas throws it cross court. Holton's going to have to do something with it here. 2-1. Bank shot won't go. Edwards the offensive glass. Got it.
Rainmaker.
That really was.
A Garherd rainmaker.
Watch Edwards here.
Offensive rebound and a nice shot. Yeah, a good move by Holton to get his shot off, too.
Chicago did everything they had to do to force the Suns to eat up a lot of clock, but did not get the rebound. Woolridge misses. Pick up Johnson. Look at him get position and score. First 2 of the second quarter for Steve Johnson. That's 8 points in the game for him. And it's 42-41, Chicago. Humphries the ball. Now Edwards has it way outside. Johnson comes out to meet him. Holton, long jumper, no good. Maybe not the best shot selection right there. And here comes Wes Matthews. He'll walk it into the attacking zone as John McLeod looks up at the Suns sideline. 2 minutes now to go in the half. Corzine inside. Corzine really trying to use his body inside, and the Bulls want a timeout. 1:55 to go in the first half, and the Bulls lead by 1, 42-41. Well, percentages are going down once again in field goal shooting.
They sure are. Suns 39%, 18 of 46. Bulls 40% on 14 of 35. Free throw shooting not much better. Suns 71%, the Bulls 67%. Larry Nance has 8 rebounds for the Suns. Steve Johnson 6 for the Bulls. The Suns still lead in that category, 26-20. Very few turnovers. Suns have 8-7 for the Bulls.
The Bulls have been to the free throw line 14 more times than have the Suns in the first half. The Bulls have made only 14 of 21. They lead by 1. That's what's been keeping them in the ball game. Their free throw shooting. Lane violation is called on Nance, and so that'll turn it over and give it to Chicago. A minute and 40 to go in the half. The Bulls leading by 1. Each team has led at one point or another here in this half, but neither team has been able to build up any kind of a lead. Good defense by Lucas knocked it away. Humphries pulls up and is checked off by Matthews. Luke from 18.
Luke's looking pretty good, George. Playing well defensively and also rebounding and shooting, and I think he's just about back to normal.
That's Luke's first field goal in the second period. He's got 8 points in the game, and it gives the Suns a 1-point lead. Number Michael Jordan on the bench with 3 fouls here in this first half. Steve Johnson now puts the Bulls back on top of this seesaw affair. Johnson's now in double figures with 10. Charles Jones waiting to come in for the Suns as we hit 1 minute to go in the first half. Lucas fakes on Johnson. Tries his finger roll. Swatted away by Johnson out of bounds. Here comes Jones in the ball game and James Edwards will sit down. Edwards goes out with 6 points. It's Charles Jones, the rookie out of Louisville. Still bothered a little bit by that ankle sprain. There's only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Lucas fakes to Nance. Better get it off. Lucas with 1 hook shot. They beat the 24-second clock, but it did not hit the backboard.
Nance had to rush it so much that he couldn't really get the shot off. I'm surprised Luke didn't take the shot. He may not have known how much time was left.
Well, 20-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. Remind you, our next telecast Saturday night here on ESPN. The Suns and Golden State Warriors. Chance to get a look at one of the real hot shooters in this league, Purvis Short.
You talk about rainbow shots. Purvis Short has tremendous range, and he had a 59-pointer a couple of weeks ago. That's the highest point total this year for a player. He had 57 last year, which was the highest for the league, and I don't think anybody's had that many points since...
It's been 7 years.
7 years, yeah. Purvis Short is, unfortunately, he's about all the Golden State Warriors have.
That's true. Phoenix Suns on ESPN, sponsored by Styles Ace Hardware. Pick up on December special. Your choice of alkaline batteries for all your Christmas needs, only 99 cents. Final 44 seconds of this first half, with the Bulls up by 1 and Wes Matthews in the attacking zone. Humphries guards him outside. Pass deflected by Humphries. Lucas comes away with it. Here come the Suns on the run. Great no-look pass. Right back to Humphries from the base. No good. The whistle blows. The foul called underneath. Yes, Mercer made the call rather emphatically. That's going to be on Steve Johnson. That's his second. And Lucas is going to go to the line for the Suns. Maurice Lucas at the line. Luke coming into form, as Dick pointed out. We told you about the 13 rebounds he had this past Tuesday against Utah. Game before against the Clippers, he had 16 points and 12 rebounds.
Luke knows all the tricks, George. He will irritate an opposing player faster than any forward in the league.
He's got 10 points. You look at the clock and how much time is left now. First half. Difference of about 3 or 4 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
I got it back, Larry. I got the pop.
Bulls down by 1. Low scoring affair. Clinton Haley rips the Nets from outside. 7 seconds to go. 6. Double figures for Daly. Here's Humphries. All the way. What a super grab by Humphries. Inbound pass intercepted by Humphries, and there's the horn. But Jay Humphries brings this crowd alive right before halftime with a fine offensive display. And the two teams head to the locker room here at halftime with our score. The Phoenix Suns 47, the Chicago Bulls 46. Halftime activity upcoming next on ESPN.
You know, right now would be a great time. Let's stop by one of the Sun Shop locations at the Coliseum and check the great selection of Suns and NBA souvenirs. Hit try now for the ladies free throw contest sponsored tonight by the Armour Dial Company. Ladies, please do not wear shoes on the Coliseum court, but please carry your shoes with you. Each contestant is permitted only one shot. Successful lady shooters will adopt a prize from Farmer Line. Good luck, ladies. During our half-life intermission, musical entertainment will be furnished by a Signal High School band under the direction of Robert Arthur.
Yeah, got it.
The ESPN Suns halftime show is brought to you by Computerland, serving Arizona's business community. Computerland, there's only one, number one. It's halftime here at the Coliseum with the Phoenix Suns leading the Chicago Bulls 47-46. The two teams were tied at the end of the first period, 22 apiece. And fortunately for the Suns, and really unfortunately for this crowd that's here tonight, probably over 11,000, Michael Jordan, not a typical Michael Jordan first half. He got into a bit of foul trouble and sat out a good portion of the first half. He's on the bench with 3 personal fouls. He has only 5 points in the ball game, and he got all of them in the first period. Before the Suns, they came alive a little bit better in the second period, and I think the thing that's kept them in the ball game anyway, despite the fact they're not shooting well from the field, they're rebounding. They're limiting Chicago to only one shot.
They are, George. They're getting a fair number of offensive rebounds, also keeping the ball alive, and they are not shooting well, 43.5%, but the Bulls even worse in the second quarter. These are second quarter stats. The Bulls shot 39% in the second quarter. I thought in the second quarter the Suns started to play more of their type of ball game. Lucas Nance came alive. Humphreys gave them a lift at the end of that quarter. And the Bulls are trying to slow the pace of the game down, I believe, and they were successful with that in the first period.
Quentin Daly came off the bench to pop in 10 points for the Chicago Bulls, and he more or less kept them in the ball game there in the second period, hitting some long-range shots. For the Suns, Maurice Lucas showing signs of really coming back. This is now the third game in a row I can remember he's really shown very strongly.
I give Luke a lot of credit during his holdout period. Some players have a tendency to get out of shape. Luke evidently worked out very hard, because I thought when he reported his weight was down and he was not that far out of basketball condition. If you don't play these games and go up and down the court, you can't be.
As it counts, foul on 0, Orlando Woolard is first team foul. James Edwards at the line. He'll shoot one.
The ESPN Suns halftime show is brought to you by Computerland, serving Arizona's business community. Computerland, there's only one, number one. Start of the third quarter, and James Edwards has already hit a three-point play on a slam dunk, reverse style, and a free throw. And right back the other end comes Enos Watley, and he hits his second field goal of the ball game. He has 4 points, and it's 50-48. The Suns lead by 2. Final 24 minutes of play from here at the Coliseum. Wide open outside Humphreys, and he buries the outside jumper. Humphreys' third field goal of the ball game. Suns lead by 4. We've played almost a minute now in this third quarter. Michael Jordan, only 5 points in the first half, and spent a good portion of the half on the bench. Caldwell Jones has his stuff attempt blocked, and he gets it back and gets up for the shot and his foul. Fouls on Maurice Lucas. 2 on Luke.
We talked about Jordan in the first half. He was under there on the offensive boards. In this sequence, Caldwell Jones gets the offensive rebound and is fouled. The Bulls a little more aggressive here at the start of the quarter on the boards, and they need to be.
You look at Caldwell Jones, the veteran who spent so many fine years with Philadelphia. Second-round pick of the Sixers 11 years ago in 1973, and he was traded to Houston. Moses Malone. That was in September of '82, and he misses them both. That's 14 for 23 from the free throw line for the Chicago Bulls tonight. Boy, if they were shooting free throws well, they'd be comfortably probably out in front in this game. Lucas misses a jumper from outside. Suns lead by 4. 10:40 to go in the third period. Watley the basketball. Out of Alabama. Looks inside, and now Tommy Nunez away from the ball, finds a blocking foul on James Edwards, and that's 3 on Edwards. His second team foul for the Suns. Take a look at halftime stats. You see either team shooting well from the field. And look at the discrepancy at the free throw line. The Bulls went there some 12 more times than the Suns did. Suns led in free throw percentage. Michael Jordan with his 7th point of the ball game and his first field goal since the first period. Makes it 52-50. Humphries, they've been leaving him open, and he spins and turns. Nice move, couldn't get it to fall. And it rolls across, and here come the Bulls, trying to tie with a bucket this trip down. Great pass, and get out of the way of Woolridge. He's flying through for the stuff.
And there Watley shows why he's a good assist player. Nice pass across the lane to Woolridge.
Two-handed jam, and we're deadlocked at 52. Caldwell Jones guards Edwards outside. Woolridge leaning on Nance inside. Here comes Lucas all the way. Somebody got a piece of the ball. Lucas gets the offensive board. Suns still can't get it to fall. Humphries comes out of there with it. Now he'll set things up. Humphries got hit and he's hurt. Into Edwards. Edwards starts to drive, throws it up, and a foul is called. Foul's going to be on, see if it's going to be on Jones or not. Yes, Caldwell Jones. Watch it again. Like it a little rough inside.
Very rough. Humphries was hurt on that play. He was hit in the, looked like the Adam's apple. He's holding his throat, but he's okay. He's a tough kid.
But James Edwards is going to the line for the Suns. Big James with 9 points in the ball game. No good. Ron Foster's going to check in for Jay Humphries. Jay goes out of the ball game with 6 points. Edwards had 22 points against the Los Angeles Clippers on Sunday. Edwards been red hot from the field. Coming in, over the last 4 games, he had shot well over 60% from the field. Suns applying some pressure now in the backcourt. And Watley kicks it out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. The pressure paid off.
Pressure paid off. Holt cut off the lane on Watley, who's very quick and really forced him out of bounds.
So here come the Suns, leading by 1. Holt drives, changes hands in midair, but can't get it to fall. Bulls the other way. They'd like to get Jordan into the flow of the offense here in this half. Bulls still not shooting well. Suns wanting to run. Nance one-on-one across the lane. It'll count if it goes. No, he's fouled by Caldwell Jones. And that's 4 on Jones. But no, they'll call the foul on Woolridge, his second. 13 foul for Chicago, and Lance will go to the line.
Scary in that first half when you look at the stats. Woolridge and Jordan had a combined total of 12 points. And they averaged 50 points a game between them. Especially Jordan. He has done this year. He'll have 20 points in a quarter.
They combined for 12, and they combined for 10 of them in the first period. So they only contributed 2 points between the 2 of them in the second quarter. The Bulls still stayed very much in the game. That's a dozen points for Larry Nance. The Suns lead is 3, and the Bulls no trouble breaking the Suns press. Johnson comes out to Jordan. Will fire it up from outside. Forget it. He's got 9. He'll warm up.
Doesn't he have the great basketball body? About 6'6", long arms, lean, great big hands, perfect body.
He can just stop on a dime and just go straight up the basketball. 55-54, Suns by 1. Foster dumps it off to an open James Edwards. Boy, how you can shoot for 1.
Don't leave Edwards open any place inside 20 feet.
That's 12 points for Edwards. 8.5 minutes to go. Third quarter. Chicago looking to climb over 500. The Suns trying to move 2 games over 500. Knocked out of bounds. Suns ball. Timeout going to be called by the Suns. 8:22 to go, third quarter. Timeout on the floor with the score. Suns 57, We're back at the Coliseum, 8:22 to go, third quarter. Suns lead by 3, 57-54.
Suns have slipped back on their shooting, 39%, 23 to 58. Bulls 44% on 20 to 45. Suns are leading the rebounding parade, 30 to 25, and in assists they've doubled the Bulls, 16 to 8.
Nance with 12, Edwards with 12, Maurice Lucas with 10 to face the Suns scoring. Orlando Woolridge has 9, Jordan has 9, 2 field goals this period. Steve Johnson 10, Quentin Daly 10 to face the Chicago scoring attack. Suns in the offensive attack, leading by 3. George Lucas. Oh, we got to get another look at this.
I'd pay to see that. This is one of his best because is it Jordan who's up there with him?
That's who I was looking for to see. Boy, can he get up. Larry Nance bringing the crowd to its feet and giving the Suns a 5-point lead. Jordan, other end, guarded by Holton to the base. Right back at you. He's warming up.
That's what the fans paid to come and see tonight.
What a great move. And once he got in that close, out of the way, here I come. 59-56, Suns by 3. Jordan has 3 field goals already in this period. Foster faking and bouncing into Edwards, who kicks it away and gets it back in the lane. And then we'll have a jump ball. Steve Johnson dove into the fray to tie him up. And Edwards holding his head on the floor.
I think Edwards hit his head on the floor. Somebody landed on him.
He's shaking up.
A migraine headache.
Jay Humphrey is coming back in for Ron Foster for the Suns. Take another look at this last play. The loose ball. And Johnson's coming into the picture right there.
Yeah, Johnson was the one.
Fell on him. Tip comes back and the Suns get it. Holton and Humphreys backcourt with Lucas, Edwards, and Nance in the forecourt. Larry Nance. Good pass, Lucas. Put it up and roll. And we got a foul call on Lucas. Offensive foul on Luke. What a great pass by Nance that time. Offensive boards. Suns overpowering Chicago. But the Bulls still hanging in there within 3. That was Lucas's 3rd personal. Back the other end. Great move, Jordan. He's fouled. Oh, what a move. Great body movement by Jordan. Look at the stutter step spin. Come right back around.
Hey, George, tell me though, now, have you ever seen a guy turn the ball over any more blatantly than that? It's easy. Michael Jordan is a great player, but when a player's able to do that, carry the ball the way he did, he can go anywhere. Holton had him stopped on the base.
I think when Jordan makes a move like that, everybody tends to overlook the carrying call. And just watch what he's doing on the floor.
There was no question about the carry.
Well, he's got 13 points, 8 in this quarter, and the Bulls are within 1. He has got some moves. Edwards turns, good fake on Colwell Jones, and he drops it through.
Famous fadeaway jumper that James has.
Edwards has 8 points in this period, 14 in the game. Allen Adams will be back in shortly. 6:45 to go, third period. Suns lead by 3. It's been tight all the way. Here's Jordan to an open Watley, who cans the jump. Chicago warming up a little bit.
You gotta like Chicago's future. They do have some excellent young players.
And you can bet we're happy to get Dayton Greenwood back in the fold. Humphreys was cross-court to Holton with 8 on the shot clock. Nance comes to an open Holton to Humphreys from 20. No good. Chicago with a chance to grab the lead this trip down. Kevin Lockery up off the bench. And here's Watley. Working around to Woolridge. Woolridge with a big step, throws it up left-handed. Not a good shot. The Suns come down with the rebound. Woolridge has been a little bit out of control tonight. Other end, Lucas. No. Ball batted around. The ball's coming down. Here comes Jordan. Flying through. And an offensive foul on Michael Jordan, and that's 4.
Good call. That's right there. Suns established an excellent position. Jordan forced this ball down the lane. He should have pulled up.
Adams comes in. Pittman comes in. Lucas going out. For the Suns, Edwards going out. Jordan staying in the game for 4 fouls. If he picks up his 5th in this period, the Bulls are in trouble. Off the bench daily, so he'll be in at the next break for Jordan. Suns lead by 1. 5.5 to go, third quarter. Holton drives, gets it smacked back in his face. Adams whips it inside off Pittman's hands, but Charles retrieves. Shoots from the corner, overshoots everyone. 24 seconds expired. Did not hit anything, and Jordan's going out. Daly's coming in for Chicago. So Daly comes in. Jordan out with 13 points and 4 personals, as you see. And 3 of those fouls in the first half. But he's come alive in this third quarter. And here's Daly. Johnson spins in the lane.
He has an excellent spin move. And
really does.
But he moved his feet on this one. A little bit too much spinning. Like a top.
So Daly in the ball game now for Jordan. It was nice to be able to take somebody like Jordan out and put in somebody like Daly, isn't it?
You're not kidding.
Humphries to Alvin. Holton with 5 on the shot clock, unloads. Got it to fall. Holton's first point since the first period.
Not a shot the Suns really wanted to take. Again, a long-range bomber.
Phoenix by 3. 4:40 to go, third period. Watley and Humphries playing each other tightly, and Watley throws it way off mark. And here's Humphries coming the other way, and Watley blocks him in the backcourt. Watley's first personal foul, and here comes T-Bone Alvin Scott into the ball game for the Suns, replacing Larry Nance, who departs with 12 points.
T-Bone's been having a few problems lately, too. I think he has an ankle problem that's been bothering him.
Larry Nance out of the ball game. Suns with the ball on a 3-point lead. Neither team able to pull away in this one. Humphries! That was a great move by Humphries. Shielded his body and tried to spin it off the court with his left hand. It's fouled by Corwell Jones.
George, guess what? Adams is hurt. So we'll see what has happened to him. He went down. He's up now limping off the court. We see Joe Prosky. Looks like he might have hit a thigh, knee, back, knee. I don't know. I think it was a knee.
Boy, the Suns, as if they're not banged up enough.
You're not allowed to be a member of the Phoenix Suns team this year.
Humphries at the line. I can remember a game here many years ago when the Jazz franchise was in New Orleans. They suited up 7 players for a game here at the Coliseum and beat the Suns on a night when Maravich scored 50.
Was I playing?
You might have been.
Probably guarded people. No, I must have been out.
At 8 points for Humphries. He had them both. Suns applying the pressure now, leading by 5. The Suns are getting down to that 7th player limit. That was an intentional foul. I mean, Woolridge went up and, Holton just caught him on the arm. Watch it here. Nothing to do but hold on.
It was a good foul, George, because Holton made sure he didn't get the basket.
2-shot foul. Woolridge goes to the line. 9 points for Woolridge. He came in averaging 24 per game. Boy, he's having his problems from the line tonight.
His shot doesn't look good. Even the good shooters have those nights when their shots feel like they're out of the country and they wonder what happened to them. It looks like that's one of those nights for Woolridge.
He is 3 for 10 from the free throw line. He's got 10 points in the game. Woolridge in his 4th year out of Notre Dame. And now the Bulls return the favor and apply the pressure. So both teams using pressure tactics. Here comes Charles Jones. Scott from the base. Around and out. And Steve Johnson takes it away. Bulls to try and close within a bucket. This trip down. Outside, Wes Matthews is in the game. Johnson turning toward Luke. He's going to call for the offensive foul. Johnson's 3rd.
Offensively, the Suns are having that Bull half-court treatment. What it's doing, it's taking the Suns a lot longer to get into the offense than they'd like, and they're having to shoot perimeter shots with 5-6 seconds to go.
But both teams are applying that backcourt pressure. Pittman outside. A strange lineup on the floor right now for the Suns. It is Pittman, along with Holton, Humphreys, Alvin Scott, and Charles Jones. It'll still be Suns ball inbound with 10 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes, 25 seconds left third quarter. And the Suns leading by 4.
Slight altercation between Wes Matthews and Humphreys. I think Matthews had better think twice about that. He's not very big.
Foster wanting to come in. He'll come in the ball game right now. Coming out will be Michael Holton. So now Foster will guard Matthews. Humphreys will switch over to take Quentin Daly. 7 on the shot clock. Comes out to Humphreys. Stutter step move. Got to get it off. There's 2 seconds. 1. 3-second violation called on Charles Pittman.
Even so, you're right, George. They were down to 2 seconds. They were not going to get a good shot.
Other way, Quentin Daly. Jump shot. Out of control. No good. But there's Johnson to follow with the bucket. He's got a dozen. And Chicago's back within 2. Humphreys. It's been a good one. Been close the entire way. Neither team with any kind of a big lead. This is Chicago's only appearance in Phoenix this year. And Rod Foster drops in his 4th field goal. He has 8 points in the game. Larry Nance will be back in with 2:35 to go. Third quarter. Now Nance going back toward the bench. Ball knocked away by Chicago. The Bulls call a timeout. 2.5 minutes to go in the third period. Both teams will talk it over our score. The Suns 67, Chicago 63.
Here's the final score in the NBA. San Antonio and Dallas. 124-116. A Toyota Corolla in the parking lot. Brown Toyota Corolla.
You can get back in there and attack in case he doesn't want to get Jay, you have the bigger guard, Quentin Daly.
Your lights are on.
Both teams are fouling the attack. Both teams in the penalty.
It's really important now in this game where it's just so stiff. You stay tough on that approach and then you can make it off. Break takes minutes. Now, we got Larry on the other side. So let's go down there. Long play to Larry now. Run.
25 to back. No reason to just down that side. Okay?
Let Larry take it off.
Stay against. After they see the foul shot, I want two men to take it out. 3 and 1. Going down the floor. Get up. And attack. Get up. 3 seconds.
Only a couple of other games around the NBA tonight. San Antonio beat Dallas 124-116. The other game out on the coast, Kansas City playing at Golden State. The last score we had, KC was leading Golden State after a period 30-26. Right here it's 67-63. The Suns leading by 4. 2.5 minutes to go in the third period. Jump shot, Quentin Daly is good. Daly's got a dozen. It's a 2-point game again. Suns and Bulls and what they have done coming off the bench. And Phoenix has done the job in that category tonight.
That's a little deceptive.
It is.
Because Nance and Edwards both come off the bench.
That's true. Foster outside, top of the circle. Foster's got 10. Suns pretty well balanced scoring tonight. The Suns,
They like that too, George. They like to have 5 or 6 players at least in double figures.
Suns right now have Foster in double figures along with Lucas and Nance and Edwards. 2 minutes to go now, third quarter. Porzingis in the game. He partly drops in a turnaround jumper for his 7th point of the night. Phoenix by 2. Humphreys and Foster backcourt. Pittman, Scott, and Nance up front. Here's Larry, left alone outside. In and out, back in again. Nance.
Nance has developed a soft outside shot, has the good backspin. He got the basket that time because of the good rotation on the ball.
71-67. Suns lead by 4. Corzine the ball inside. Turnaround shot will be short. Rebound comes off to Humphries. Left hand's going to hit the Foster. Suns pull the lane. They'll look to Nance.
What a beautiful assist by Foster. Hesitation fake, no look pass. The best assist I think I've seen him make as a Sun.
20-second timeout call by Chicago. We'll keep it here. 1:11 to go in the third quarter, and a great pass to Larry Nance.
Hey, this is fabulous. Take a look at this one. Hesitation, crossover, no look pass to Nance. Through the defense, beautiful job.
And Nance rams it home. Larry now at 18 points in the game. He leads all scorers. And the Suns lead by 6 with 1:11 to go. The Suns look ahead to Golden State on Saturday. And then after Saturday, the Suns will travel to Seattle for a rare Monday night game up in Seattle. Meanwhile, Chicago, where will they be glad to get home? They've been traveling for a long time. They're in the midst of a 7-game road swing, and after tonight, they still got to play the Clippers and Lakers on the road. Be home next Tuesday. Foul is inside on the Suns as Johnson took the pass, and the foul's on Humphries. Jay's second personal of the ball game, and Johnson will go to the line for Chicago. Steve Johnson, 12 points in the ball game. Johnson, who holds the NCAA record for career field goal percentage. He led the nation in that category his last couple of years at Oregon State. He has 13 points in the game. Our game tonight sponsored by Domino's Pizza, calling up Domino's Valley locations for fast, free, and friendly 30-minute delivery. Suns up by 5. Under a minute to go, third period. Should be a wild fourth quarter. And here the Bulls again, pressing all over the floor. Suns trying to find the open man with some swift passing. Scott Ryan drives it home.
They beat the trap that time. They penetrated the inner circle, got the ball to Alvin Scott at about 12 feet. That's where you want it.
Alvin's first hoop of the ball game. Suns have opened up a 7-point lead. This may be their biggest lead of the ball game tonight. Here's Quentin Daly. Nance clears. Suns would like to open up a bit of a cushion heading into the fourth quarter. Humphries spinning and turning. 24 seconds left in the third period. Nance from top of the key is good. Boy, Nance has gotten to a point where he can shoot outside like a guard. Suns by 9. Bulls will hold it. Final shot. 10 seconds to go. Daly holds the ball outside, guarded by Humphries. 6 on the clock. Daly pulls up and hangs. Drops to an open Matthews, who hits the jump shot. 3 seconds. 2 to Nance. With 1 he can't control. The ball goes out of bounds. 1 second to go, third period. Suns lead by 7. Chicago, a chance to get one last shot off here in this third period. And Rod Higgins, baseballs it ahead. Interception, there's the hole. At the end of 3 from the Coliseum, the score. The Phoenix Suns 77. Chicago Bulls 70. Fourth and final period coming up. season.
Shooting was sure a lot better in that quarter, George. The Suns 57%, the Bulls 53, nearly 53. Even on the rebounding 9-9, the Suns are doing a good job getting the ball to the open man because they have 12 assists in that quarter to 6 for the Bulls. Larry Nance had 10 points in the quarter. Edwards had 8, and for the Bulls, Michael Jordan had 8 points. But he does have 4 personal fouls.
The Suns outscored the Bulls by 6 that period, 30-24. Daly, Matthews in the backcourt for Chicago. Woolridge, Corzine, and Jordan up front to open the fourth quarter. Nance, Pittman, Scott, Humphreys, and Foster on the floor for the Suns. And Wes Matthews, it's his second feature ball of the night. He had 6 points in the game to open up the scoring in the fourth quarter. And the Bulls closed within 5. Nance leading scorer in the ball game has it outside. Alvin Scott. Alvin Scott.
Little hang time there by Alvin Scott.
He's amazing.
He's a good basketball player.
7th round draft pick, still doing his job. Corzine no good outside. Bailey to an open Jordan. Scott guards him over Alvin and he hits it.
Jordan does everything so easily, doesn't he?
He really does.
Maddening.
Super to watch. 15 points in the game for Jordan. He's got 10 in his half. Remember, he's playing with 4 fouls. Caldwell Jones on the bench with 4 fouls. Here's Nance. Scott to an open Humphreys. Got it.
The Suns now moving the ball better. That's one of the reasons their percentage has gone up.
Chicago coming into the game, 8 wins, 8 losses. The Suns 9-8. The Suns here at home are 6-3 on the year, and the Bulls on the road 5-5. Here comes Matthews driving, putting it up. No, he went into some heavy traffic. And the Suns, great bounce pass. Oh, what a pass by Humphrey. The bucket to Foster.
That's an alert play. That was about a 3/4 court bounce pass, which is a dangerous one to make, but he was right on the money.
That's an art, bounce pass. And I'll tell you what, Humphreys has shown that he can really throw that bounce pass. Now inside as Corzine took the pass, and Foster gets the personal foul. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see that again, but that was a tremendous bounce pass from Humphreys to Foster for the driving layup. Suns lead 83-74. 10 minutes to go in the basketball game. Here's Quentin Daly from the baseline. Can't get it to fall. And Nance almost jumped out of the Coliseum to grab that.
Knocked Alvin Scott out of the way.
Suns the other way. Suns work it around. 10 on the shot clock as Nance outside Humphreys. 6 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. And Nance with 2 on the shot clock. In and out. Jordan loses, but Corzine controls. Gives it back to Michael, and here come the Bulls. Down by 9. 9.5 to go in the game. Woolridge pulls up. He can't buy a hoop time. Scott the rebound. This is Humphreys. He goes around Matthews to an open Nance. Slam. 22 for Nance. Timeout. Watch it again. 9:19 to go in the ball game. It's the Suns in their biggest lead of the game over the Bulls, 85-74. 85-74. Suns lead. They've outscored the Bulls 8-4 through the first 2 minutes and about 40 seconds of this fourth period. They open up an 11-point bulge. This game was close most of the way. Suns led by 1 at the half. They led by 7 at the end of the third. And they continue to do it with great bench scoring. Here's Corzine. Nice move inside, but it won't fall. And Nance has the rebound. Larry having a great game. 22 points to face everybody in scoring. He's done a nice job off the glass as well. Nance singles back across the lane. Jordan guards Scott outside. Here's Pittman. Shovel to Nance. Working on Corzine. Bank shot. No. Ball tipped around and finally controlled. And here comes Daly. He and Matthews work out of the backcourt. That'll lock these Bulls with Woolridge, Jordan, and Dave Corzine up front. Inside Woolridge, banks it up and in. Woolridge has it, does it. Well, that's well below his 24-point average on the season.
Woolridge has not been that effective, and that shot could have been an offensive foul.
We've mentioned it before. He has played a bit out of control tonight. He's not throwing up some good shots. Here come the Bulls back the other way, trying to capitalize. Jordan pulls up in the lane for a 14-footer, won't get the roll. Scott has the ball, and he hands to Foster. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Remember, the Bulls have won here. In 7 years, the Suns have just as soon keep it that way. Nance drives, left-handed, tried to stuff. And Woolridge rejected it out of bounds. Great defensive play by Woolridge.
He met some resistance on that one. Woolridge timed the jump very well. Nance a little bit off balance, perhaps, in trying to go in for the left-handed dunk. But we got to remember, Woolridge is also an excellent jumper.
Alvin Adams in the ball game for Charles Pittman. In the fourth quarter, here comes Michael Jordan. Jordan driving, pulls up, caught in the middle of the drive, and Woolridge gets it back. No good. Tipped up, no good. Woolridge slams it home. Bulls just kept them battling the boards till they got the bucket.
Well, they were down by 11. Now they've crept back to 7, and if they're going to get in the ball game, they can't let the Suns get any further ahead.
Suns outside with the ball. Humphreys alone from 22. No, rebound Taylor. But the Suns at a cold streak like they're going through now. The Bulls can capitalize. They'll be right back in this game. Quentin Daly, he can light him up with a hot hand. John McLeod's seen enough. He wants a timeout right now. 7:08 to go in this ball game. And the Suns continue to lead the Bulls, but the lead's been sliced to 5. It's 85-80.
Mike Poulos invites Suns fans to try the Spaghetti Company's new expanded menu, which includes such inventory delights as Nopsalaya Soul, chicken piccata, steak Dijon, a variety of specialty salads, fettuccine, and of course, great spaghetti. You can't beat the Spaghetti Company's new menu. Their great prices, or their convenient locations on Central Avenue Beach, John Costa McDowell, and at the corner of 4th and Old Town, Kentucky. Dr. Postal, please call your directory. Dr. Postal, please call your directory.
No problem. Over and over again. We're getting a good shot every single time. Now we're starting to fight. We get a damn good shot every time down. Stay aggressive. All the way. Stop right there. Stop.
It's a wheel.
We have 7 minutes, 8 seconds left to play in this ball game. And the Suns, who owned an 11-point lead just moments ago, have seen it sliced to 5. Field goal shooting, Suns 45% for the game. The Bulls 45.5%. Suns 81% from the line. The Bulls 62%. The Bulls have missed 11 free throws tonight. Suns continue to do the job on the boards. They've out-rebounded Chicago by 6 so far. Suns have the ball. Edwards is in the ball game. Foster. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Foster won't hit anything. Rebound Corzine. Suns taken right out of the offense on that particular sequence.
Wadley was in a zone there.
Now Jordan, guarded by Foster. And as Jordan leans in and starts to drive, Foster's going to be called for the foul. That's 4 on Rod. Watch it again.
Oh, boy.
He has called the personal. Foster will come out now.
I didn't see the foul.
And Holt will come in. We mentioned the Suns have not lost in a long time here. Not since March of '77 have the Bulls won here. Look at that move by Jordan. Didn't fall. The Suns come the other way. He's amazing, some of the moves that he can make. Alvin Adams gives in to Foster. Fade away. No. Ball comes off, and Edwards is there for a baseline.
That's needed. That broke the Bulls' string. They had scored 3 buckets in a row on the Suns.
James Edwards, 10 points, second half, 16 in the game. Suns lead by 7. Suns trying to increase their lead over the Bulls in the series here in Phoenix to 24 wins against 13 setbacks in the history of these two teams. In the lane, hanging and shooting no good is Woolridge. Steve Johnson comes in. Ennis Watley heads out of the ball game. You look at Johnson right there. He's got 13 points in the game. And watch Edwards here. All ball knocks it away. Woolridge inbounds Jordan. Loses the cluster. Ahead to Holt. Driving.
No doubt about that. Holton thought that Jordan was going to try to block that shot, but that move was so strong by Holton that Jordan didn't have a chance.
Suns lead back up to 9. Holton, the ball game, has 8 points. Well, I mean, Edwards and Corzine are leaning. They call it on Corzine. He was just backing into Edwards. It's the first person on Corzine.
That wasn't subtle by any means. That was an easy call to make.
Suns, by the way, have won 15 of the last 18 games of this series, dating back to October of '78. The Suns have won 11 in a row against the Bulls here in Phoenix. Foster, no. Above the crowd is Steve Johnson as Alvin Adams hits the deck. Bulls coming down, trying to get back within 7. Woolridge on a drive across the lane. Denver rolls it home.
One thing that's hurt the Suns tonight, their guards have not shot well, but you've got to expect with Davis and Macy out of the lineup, that takes that outside punch away.
Here go the Bulls, trapping again, all over the floor. Foster bounces to Nance, free throw line, no good. Littlest man on the floor. Foster comes down at the offensive rebound and brings it back outside. Jay Humphreys up off the Suns bench, ready to come back in. Jordan guards Holton outside, and Nance turns to face the basket. 9 on the shot clock. Edwards, turnaround, fade away, no good. Here come the Bulls. They get within 5 with a basket. Throwing it up. Basket. Bouncing. It's fouled. Quick and Daly and Foster will pick up the foul. Oh, what a shot by Daly.
Let's see if Foster had position established. I'll tell you, those are tough calls to make.
Foster goes out of the game.
I thought Foster set up, was not moving. It looked to me like Quinn made the contact. That was good defensive play by Rod Foster.
Well, Daly's got 14, making 15 points in this game, and just like that, that three-point play brings the Bulls to within 4. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Bulls not letting the Suns pull away. Alvin Adams is wide open.
Defensive mix-up by the Bulls, and Kevin Aubrey yelling at Orlando Woolridge. No one was within 15 feet of Alvin Adams.
Everyone was defensing outside, and everybody just left Adams alone underneath. Here's Daly from the baseline. Little 5-footer rolls across, but there's Corzine to follow it in. He's come off the bench to contribute 9 points tonight. Veteran out of DePaul, Dave Corzine. Suns by 4. Jordan guards Holton. Remember our next telecast, Saturday night, Golden State. Adams jump hook. Rebound Johnson. Bulls do a little basket if they can convert this time down. And they were down by 11 in this period. Here's Jordan. Down the lane all the way. Oh, and a move. He didn't get the spinning Bank shot the fall, and we got a foul call underneath on Orlando Woolridge, his third.
Jordan cannot believe he missed that shot. Here he comes down the lane. Just great body control, but he doesn't get it up on the board high enough.
Well, you can see why people flock to the arenas to see him play.
But he hasn't had a sterling game tonight.
No, he hasn't.
I think he's the most exciting rookie to come into the league since the year when Bird and Magic came.
Traveling violation of the Suns will turn it back to Chicago. You know, with Woolridge, Jordan, and Daly on the floor, you've got three people who can really light it up. Woolridge has not had a good game tonight. Daly's done a good job off the bench, and here's Jordan outside. Got that one. Jordan has 17 in the game, 12 in this half. Suddenly, it's a two-point game. 2:45 left to play. Well, the Bulls are 3-3 in Chicago and 5-5 on the road. Adams loses control, but Holton gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Edwards fade away, in and out. Johnson clears, and how about the Bulls? They can tie this time down. Lucas up off the Suns bench. Quentin Daly has it blocked by Nance. Great defensive play. Holt, alley-oop. Nance couldn't get a hold of it, but Holton retrieves. Jumper, got it. Holton on a line drive, throws and rope. Timeout Chicago. We'll keep it here with 2:10 to play, and the Suns leading by 4. Heck of a game.
It really is exciting. Jordan broke up that lob pass at 6'6". Amazing how well he plays every place on the court. But Holton comes right back. Rookie guard, big shot, long shot, hits a rope, as you said. Bank shot off the glass. The Suns go up by 4, but it's going to boil down, I think, to who makes the fewer mistakes, who's able to execute the offense here in the last 2 minutes. Watch Jordan now. Jordan deflects that pass.
And Holton, Hustle gets it back, and you'll see him just pull up and bank a line drive jumper home. And that right there gives the Suns a 4-point lead. Good crowd on hand tonight. We have not had the announced attendance yet. Here's another highlight. Watch this. Lead pass to Holton. This is on the slam. And you saw Jordan. He didn't go up to contest it. Holton rammed it in. Let's run down some of the leading scorers for the Suns. Double figures from Rod Foster with 12. Mike Holton has 10. Lucas has 10. Maurice hasn't scored in this half. 22 for Larry Nance. He leads everybody in scoring. 10 for Humphreys and 16 for James Edwards. Edwards is at 10 points in this half. For the Bulls, Woolridge has 16 in the ball game. That's about 8 below his seasonal average. Jordan has 17, 12 in this half, but that's still about 9.5 below his seasonal average. Johnson 13 and 13 for Quentin Daly.
Talk about teamwork, George. The stats now pretty even, except in the assist category. The Suns have 31. They've been averaging a lot of assists here early in the year. Unselfish play, 31 assists. The Bulls have only 15. Bulls have shown a lot of one-on-one basketball tonight.
Well, we got 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play. The Suns trying to hold on to this 4-point lead and get themselves to 10-8, awaiting the arrival of Golden State Saturday. The Bulls would like to win and get over 500 and go 9-8 on the season. Also snap this losing streak here in Phoenix. Great pass inside to Johnson. In and out with the hook. That was an excellent pass from Jordan. Here come the Suns. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Holton outside. Now the Bulls have got to play sticky D and do something offensively at the other end, while the Suns try and eat up some clock and capitalize at their end of the floor. Lucas goes in. They get it to fall.
The Bulls can afford to play aggressive basketball. They have only one team foul.
Jordan the ball outside. The Bulls are going to look back after this game and see how many free throws they've missed. And it's really cost them tonight. Inside to Corzine, and he goes up and it's fouled. It's going to be on Alvin, I believe. Yes. It's his second. It's the 4th team foul. First team foul last 2 minutes, and Corzine to the line to try and bring the Bulls within a couple.
He got the ball inside the Corzine. He's an excellent free throw shooter.
He's got 9 points in the game. Corzine's second on this club in rebounding last year, behind David Greenman. That one stays in. He's now in double figures.
Corzine is much lighter than he was when he entered the NBA. I think he's worked very hard to keep his weight down and looks to be in excellent shape.
Looks to be in the best shape of his career. Short on that free throw. Bulls can ill afford to miss any more free throws down the stretch. 1:10 and counting. You look at the time. 8 on the shot clock. Alvin drives with 4. In for the shot, and he's fouled. Great drive by Adams to draw that foul.
He had Corzine, and he thought, I can beat Corzine down the lane. He put the ball on the floor and did that the same way he beat Mark Eaton the other night, the Utah center. Alvin can beat most of the centers down the lane if he puts the ball on the floor.
Fouls on Steve Johnson is 4th. And that's what Alvin's done tonight. Free throw good. I don't think he's ever shot the free throws any better than he has this year.
Never.
Good. It's funny how last year Alvin was almost a forgotten man. And this year, because of injuries and so forth, he's been pushed into a starting role and he's really responded. Jordan outside. 19 for the rookie from Carolina. 3-point Suns lead, 45 seconds to play. Pressure backcourt Bulls. Suns trying to clear it. Find the open man, eat up some clock. 10 on the shot clock. Here comes Lucas. He's hammered by Jordan.
Smart play by Lucas. That's the veteran for you. He was pretty far out on the angle there. He saw that he had the opening down the lane, and the only way they could stop Luke was to foul him.
Let's get a reaction on this. Watch John McLeod on the drive. He liked it. Jordan didn't know the choice but to come over and foul him, and Lucas parries the free throw. It's Luke's first points in the second half, right there. Big free throws. Got them both. Chicago's going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here. 33 seconds show on the clock. This one not over by a long way. The Suns lead by 5, but with 33 seconds, that's an eternity in the NBA. You watch it again on this last drive by Lucas as Chicago is pressing all over. And watch Jordan. He just came over and hammered Luke down to the basket, preventing him from getting the layup and forcing him to earn it at the line, which he did. So the Suns own a 5-point lead. And again, Saturday night, we'll join you from here at the Coliseum at 7:30 for the Golden State Warriors, who will be in town. Return of former Sun Mike Bratz, and also a chance to look at Purvis Short, who has lit up every arena he's been in around the NBA this year. Nick pointed out earlier his 59-point effort in a losing cause against New Jersey earlier in the year. In that game, he hit 20 out of 28 from the field, including 4 3-pointers. Of course, he had 57 in the game a year ago, which was the highest point total in the NBA last year.
We're getting on TV.
Purvis Short, though, it's frustrating for him. He's been in the league 7 or 8 years and has never been in a playoff game.
You're right. Let's try and go in the huddle if we can. And here from Bulls Gun Locker.
George, play today. You're not playing days. We beat you. Slide. Big dollar. Two. Good. Go quick to the basket. Take a mess and win it 3. I'm in 2.
Boy, another great game for Larry Nance. 22 points, 14 rebounds. Steve Johnson, good game for Chicago. Johnson has scored 13 points, grabbed 11 rebounds. Jay Humphries, 9 assists to lead the Suns and lead everybody in that category. And Larry Nance, 4 blocks to lead everybody. So Nance, a very complete game, and Humphries has played well too.
He sure has. And Humphries has taken over that point position since Macy is out, and he's handling it like a veteran.
10 points and 9 assists for Jay Humphries. Here are the Bulls, offensive zone. Jordan, 3-pointer. Oh, he got it to fall. Michael Jordan, super shot. 22 points. That'll bring you back in a hurry. It gets him within a bucket. Alvin Scott in the ball game. Humphries has it with 22 seconds. Lucas is fouled by Daly. That's going to send Luke to the line. Daly's 3rd foul, but Lucas will go to the line. Michael Jordan at the other end threw up a 3-pointer and got it. And I mean, it wasn't like he was set outside the 3-point zone. He took the pass, turned, and let it fly.
You can never count him out. He is a big game player.
And Lucas misses the front end. So maybe the foul paid off. If he gets this one to fall, it's a 3-point lead, and the Bulls can maybe go for the last shot.
The Bulls, I think, did something smart. They fouled early enough that it gives them plenty of time to set up offensively.
Lucas, 13-point timeout Chicago. So we're going to go right down to the wire on this one. 21 seconds left in the game, and the Suns own a 3-point lead. Well, you got Jordan. He's proven he can put him up from 3-point range.
I got a trivia question for you. The name, Dan Dakich, does that mean anything to you? Come on, George.
Dan Dakich.
He shut off Michael Jordan for Indiana last year in the semifinals.
Okay.
I don't think he could do it many times.
I figured a Hoosier would bring that up. Let's go into the huddle and hear what John McLeod has to say.
They don't have any timeouts now. So we can do a good job defensively on the inbound now. And that means whoever guards this guy, we really took hard. We may catch them at a 5-second play now. Ball possession for us now. 5-second count now. Okay? Now, let's look at what they could do. They can be like this again. Or they can be like they were. Bone, you know where your man was that time? Okay, now you want to be ready for him. Now, what you also had is you had Quentin Daly, Jay, working off the pick into the corner now. And that's where he was going to go when Jordan stepped in and popped back out there now. Let's make sure now they probably don't go for the three. But let's also make sure that we don't chase. If they run a back pick, we will not chase back pick now. Okay, we'll stay home. If they make a three, call timeout. If they make a two, don't call timeout and keep the floor spread. Okay?
21 seconds to the game. If they get a chance for an easy two quickly, they'll take it, Chicago, and maybe foul again out at the other end.
There are a lot of different ways to look at that. I think they'll go for three, but you're right, they could go for the two and then foul quickly again on the defensive end.
Might not be able to eat up a lot of clock before they decide if they want to go for two or not. If they eat up too much clock, they're going to have to go for three. So we'll see. Higgins is in the ball game. Rod Higgins.
Higgins is 4 out of 5 on the year from the 3-point mark.
Also Johnson, Corzine, Jordan, and Daly. Suns line up with Nance, Adams, Scott, Lucas, Humphries. Higgins trying to get it in. Does to Corzine. Almost threw it away. Daly, 3-point goal, going to be way short. Suns got the ball and a foul by Johnson. 12 seconds on the clock for Chicago. Did not throw up a good 3-point. Daly really forced it.
No, they were definitely going for the three, but they weren't set up to get the shot off. It's not as easy as you think it is, though, because when a team's playing against that 3-pointer, they know what you're going to do. They can force you into a bad shot.
So, Woolridge is going to come in to replace Higgins. And Nance will go to the line to try and improve on his 22-point performance tonight. Larry's got only 2 points in this fourth quarter, but he's also got 14 rebounds for the year.
That was the big one there. The 4-point lead makes a lot of difference. 4 versus 3.
On the way and good. 24 for Nance. Bulls got to hurry it down. They trail by 5. Almost a steal by Nance. Johnson with 9. 3-point attempt from outside. No good. Lucas fights, controls, and this one's over. 3 seconds, Lucas holds. 2 seconds. 1. This one is also over. Continue their dominance of the Chicago Bulls here at the Coliseum as they post a 195 win over Chicago. The Suns improve their season mark to 10-8. The Bulls fall to 8-9. Back with a wrap-up after this.
He's up in 5 Ladies and gentlemen, you're invited to the closing show from center court. Number 15, Michael Holton will be the closing guest with our employee extended on the stage. That interview will also be here on KPAR News Radio, 620 on their Indian Radio line, and your voice on the mountain. I'm now official scoring in tonight's game. Luke had 13 points.
Hey, Bill.
How
you doing?
Michael Holden, 10 points. He'll be in center court well employed at Van Rensdale from the hosting show. Jay Humphries had 10 points and led in assists with 9. Larry Nance led everyone in scoring with 24 points. He led everyone in rebounds with 15 and had 4 block shots. Mike Foster with 12 points. James Edwards had 16. Alvin Scott with 4. For the Bulls, Steve Dunn with 13 points, and Linda Wolfridge had 16. Orwell Jones, 2. Michael Jordan led the Bulls with 22 points. It is Buckley with 6. David Greenwood at 3. Daly, 17. Dave Corzie, 10. Wes Matthews with 6.
Phoenix Suns improved the season record to 10-8 with a victory tonight over the Chicago Bulls, 100-95, led by Larry Nance's brilliant performance, 24 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 block shots. The Suns had 6 men in double figures, balanced scoring attack. Orlando Woolridge, not a particularly good night. He came in, averaging about 24 a ball game, had to settle for 16 points tonight, never really appeared to be in the flow of the game. Jordan got in foul trouble a little bit early, finished with 22, but when the Suns needed it in the second half, they got it. The Bulls made a run in that fourth quarter, then the Suns pulled away.
The Suns played very well in the fourth quarter. I kept waiting for one team or the other to pull away and make a move. The Suns did that. As you said, Jordan did not have a big game either, but he was very effective at the end of the game. He's a big game player, hit that three-pointer, which really put the Bulls back into the ball game.
Suns got some outstanding play from Jay Humphries, who continues to improve each and every game in his rookie year out of Colorado. Played very well. And again, Maurice Lucas battled on the boards. He, too, is coming back into form. And the Suns now await the arrival of Golden State on Saturday and a chance to get the record to 3 games over 500.
They should beat Golden State on Saturday. Of course, you can never be for sure on those things with a guy like Purvis Short in the lineup. But I thought the last 2 ball games, the Suns have played better. Some of those minor injuries seem to be starting to heal. And I hope that the Suns can eventually get their forces back 100% because they're going to be a very fine basketball team if they can be healthy at the end of the year.
We talked about it before the ball game. The Bulls not a particularly good rebounding team. They were beaten on the boards tonight. They've had a rugged road trip, and I wonder, despite the fact they have some fine individual talent over the course of a year in the NBA, you've got to be able to battle a bit on those boards if you want to stay competitive.
George, they definitely need some more muscle underneath. Woolridge, Steve Johnson, Corzine, Caldwell Jones. It's not a real muscular ball club, and they are going to continue to have problems with that lineup, I believe.
Well, neither team shot well from the field for the game. The Suns finished 40 of 92. That's 43.5%. The Bulls 37 of 82. That's 45%. Free throw shooting, the Suns were 20 out of 24 in the ball game. The Bulls missed 12 free throws tonight. It hurt them.